white pink. This is... Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a fun video for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about the very best beauty products from 2020 that are not makeup related. Now, I know makeup is the fun stuff. That is what I most like to talk about here on my channel, but there are other beauty products, kind of essential items that I use all the time that I almost never mention. We're talking skincare, hair care products, and some other kind of essential things that I use in my daily life that I don't really talk about very much. So we're going to go through all of that today. The things that I have repurchased many times, or the things that when they run out, I plan to repurchase them. I have a lot of affordable products in here and then a handful of things that are a little bit more pricey, but I think are absolutely worth it, and I'll kind of tell you guys why. Hopefully this sounds like fun for you guys. Before we jump into it, I want to welcome any new visitors to my channel. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you do, I hope that you'll consider giving it a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel before you leave. And with that out of the way, let's get right into it. Let's kick things off with some skincare products. Before we get into it though, I just want to mention one thing. I am by no means a skincare expert, but there are a few things I have found to be really helpful for my skin. So let's start off with this one right here. This is one that I have been using for years. And by years, I mean like 10 or 15 years. This is from Acne Free. I just buy this at Walmart. It's just a benzoyl peroxide treatment for spots. Now, I don't have acne, but occasionally I do get breakouts. And often when I do, I get pretty large breakouts. And I've discovered that my skin absolutely does not like salicylic acid. I tried for so many years to use that as a spot treatment for my skin, but I discovered that benzoyl peroxide is the only thing that will help to treat spots. Now, I use this in a very small amount, only when I need it and only right where I need it. If you use too much of this, it will dry your skin out like crazy, and I do already have dry skin, but when I do have a breakout I need to treat, this is the only thing that will clear it up and dry it out. Next to that, another thing that I have found to be really helpful for my skin is azelaic acid. Now, this was actually sent to me by a very sweet subscriber from Australia. This is a 20% azelaic acid treatment. I believe in the US over the counter you can only buy 10% azelaic acid. I think The Ordinary has a 10% azelaic acid treatment. But in general, what I find this to be most effective for me is for breakouts that I get kind of that time of the month. I will start to break out along my jawline if I am not using this. So I kind of use this in rotation. I don't use it every single day. I try to rotate this into my nighttime skincare routine every probably 3 or 4 days, but occasionally I will forget. If I go a couple of weeks without using this, I will notice that I start to get pretty severe breakouts along my jawline. I actually just had this happen to me last week, and I'm pretty sure I can attribute that issue to this one product right here. I notice when I'm using it, when I do break out, it's pretty minor. It's 1 or 2 spots, maybe once a month or so. Whereas when I'm not using this, I'll get more like 6 or 7 spots, and I'm talking like big acne spots that are really difficult to heal. So I try very hard to prevent them from happening in the first place, and this is the only product that I think does a pretty good job at kind of preventing acne breakouts and hormonal breakouts. Okay, let's talk about 2 treatments. First off, one thing that I've really been impressed with this probably been using this for about 7 months now, is from The Ordinary. It's their glycolic acid toning solution. So I probably use this once or twice a week. It is pretty strong, so I don't use it super often. I just apply this at night with a cotton ball once or twice a week right after I wash my face before going in with any treatments, and I really like it. I think this does a really good job as like an AHA, BHA. And again, those are one of those products that I know are really good for your skin. I try to use them regularly, at least every other day or even every day in the evening. Some form of a mild AHA or a BHA. This one seems to work really well for me. It's really easy to use. I would probably say if you have very sensitive skin, this might be a little bit much for you. It is pretty strong. There are nights even on my skin, it can sting. I mean, like very subtly sting just a little bit, but I really like it, and I will probably repurchase this when it does run out. Another product that I've really been enjoying this last year is from Misha. I bought this on YesStyle. This is their Time Revolution Night Repair Pro Bio Ampoule. I read a review on their website for this product. Now, navigating the YesStyle website and Korean beauty in general, especially Korean skincare, is very tricky because anything on the box is going to be in Korean. So unless you can read Korean, you might be out of luck in figuring out what products are actually inside the products that you buy from there. But this product had really great reviews. A lot of people even compared this to the Estee Lauder Night Repair Serum. I can't remember what that one's called. I'll put a picture of it right here for you guys. But I really like it. It's hydrating. It's mild. Is it it doing any miracles for my skin? Honestly, I don't know. I feel like the only thing that would guarantee an answer to that question, and this goes for any skincare product, is if you only used on half of your face for like 3 years in a row. But who's going to volunteer for that study? I've thought about and contemplated doing it myself, but I just can't do it. I just feel like that's a step too far that I just don't want to take. I don't want to be the guinea pig. But I do like this stuff. It wasn't super expensive. I think this whole bottle was about $30. I use it about every other night, maybe every 3 nights, and I like it. I've been really impressed. It does have 50 mils in it, so that's quite a bit of product. I think I'm getting pretty close to being done with this one. I do plan to pick up more of this when it does run out. 2 more skincare products. These are both affordable. First off, the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. This is one that I have repurchased many times. I have 2 more backups in my bathroom closet of this stuff. I do love this stuff. There's a very specific way that I think you have to use hyaluronic acid. After I wash my face, while it's still just a little bit damp, I'll put a little bit of this on, and then I will immediately put my moisturizer on to kind of lock it in place. I think that you have to use this in combination with a little bit of water and also a little bit of moisturizer so that it retains moisture rather than pulls moisture out of your skin. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know the science behind that, but that's what I've heard. And it does seem to work well for me. I notice the days that I use moisturizer without this, I don't think my skin feels as moist all day long as it does when I combine it with the hyaluronic acid. And it's super affordable. I think this whole bottle is only around $5. Last skincare item that I have been a huge fan of this last year, and actually for a while. I kind of used this product a long time ago, got away from it, and then came back to using it again. It's just a standard rosehip seed oil. I got this one from Amazon for a really good price. It has 4 ounces in it. I love this stuff. I use this on my skin, sometimes both morning and night. So when I do use this on my skin in the day, after I have applied all of my skincare products, my moisturizer, everything's kind of set in, I will apply just a tiny bit of this oil, mostly on the areas of my skin where I feel extra dry, which is usually kind of around my eyes and around my jawline and cheek area here. And usually at night when I use it, after I put all of my other skincare products on and let them sit in for a good hour or so, right before I hop into bed, I'll put a squirt of this on and just massage it into my face, let it sit there overnight, and I love how soft it makes my skin. I use it on scars or burn marks on myself, even on my kids. If they have something that I think is going to scar, I'll try and get them to use it. Honestly, I feel kind of like the lady on My Big Fat Greek Wedding that walks around with the Windex and like squirts it on all her kids. That's how I am with this rosehip seed oil. Burn mark, let me give you a squirt. But I absolutely love it. I feel like I have the best skin days when I am using this product regularly. Alright guys, let's move into some hair care products. Oh boy, I've got some good ones. Let's start off with one that I've only been using for about 5 months now, and it has made a world of difference in my hair, and that is a good old-fashioned purple shampoo. Now this one I believe, I got this from Sally Beauty Supply online, and this one I think is marketed as a toner, so this is a little bit stronger I think than your traditional purple shampoo that you might buy at the drugstore. And I was a little bit terrified of using this product when I first got it, but I absolutely love it now. So I use this in my hair probably once a week, maybe every week and a half when I shampoo. Not to imply that I only shampoo every week or week and a half. Like every 3rd shampoo, I'll use this in my hair. And it does a fantastic job of keeping my blonde a little bit brighter. I do highlight my hair, I color my hair, and my hair takes really, really warm. So I have a lot of warm color in my hair, which is not a bad thing. But a lot of colors, including blonde, can take really brassy on me. And this just does a really good job of keeping my hair from getting too brassy. So I usually will shampoo my hair with some normal shampoo, and then I'll add a little bit of this, probably about a dime or a quarter sized amount, kind of depending on how long it's been since I used it last. And I'll actually kind of lather it through, mostly through like the crown of my head and then through the back ends. I do find that this section of my hair that's a little bit more damaged, a little more dry and brittle, tends to take really, really strong. So I try not to put too much here in the front, but I'll let it sit there for about 2 or 3 minutes while I'm in the shower, then rinse it out and condition. I just love how it keeps my hair nice and bright. If you have blonde hair, if you color your hair and your hair takes everything and turns it warm, you will absolutely love this product if you're looking for something to kind of cool things off a little bit and brighten things up. Such a great product. Let's talk about mousse though. If you guys happen to watch my curly hair video that I did, that was probably, was that like a year ago? It was a while ago, but I talked about a mousse that I absolutely love from Sally Beauty Supply. It's from the brand Generic Value Products. They make a dupe for the Paul Mitchell mousse. They have an extra body version, then they also have a regular version. I used to be a diehard fan of the extra body one, then my husband said it smelled like raw pumpkins, so I went back to the regular version. You guys, I love this stuff. It smells so much better than this one. The raw pumpkin smell is not inside this version right here. It actually smells like the original Paul Mitchell mousse, which I think is one of the most delicious smelling hair products out there. Very sweet and coconutty and tropical. Wait till you guys see my next empties video, which is going to be coming up soon because my empties bin back behind me is filling up. And honestly, 50% of it is taken up by bottles and bottles and bottles of this stuff. I use this stuff like crazy. I mean, I use a large heaping amount of mousse in my hair every single day. It is an absolute essential for my very unruly hair. It works well, smells amazing. Get the original, not the extra body, especially if the smell of your hair is very important to you. Next, I have a couple of pricey hair care products, and I am not normally one to spend a lot of money on very high-end hair care items. I like trying to find affordable drugstore options, but occasionally I think it's worth it to spend a little bit more, and I feel that way about this right here. This is the Olaplex No. 5 Bond Smoother, or Bond, no, not the Bond Smoother, Bond Maintenance Conditioner. This stuff is super pricey. This small bottle, which is only about 8 ounces, I think it's about $28, $30 on the Sephora website, but I do not use this as a daily conditioner. This is like a hair mask or hair treatment that I only use on my hair probably about once a month, maybe a little bit more if I've been coloring a little more than usual. It does such a good job of, I think, repairing my hair. I can instantly see and feel a big difference in my hair when I do use this. Now, you could use it every day, I suppose, if you have a lot of money and you only put amazing things on your hair, no matter the cost, but I feel like using it just once a week or every other week is plenty for my hair. And you don't need a whole lot of this. Even for my very long, very, very thick hair, I probably only use, here, I'll show you guys, and then I'll put it back in the bottle. I probably only use about that much on my entire hair. I start in the ends, especially here at the front, because that's where my hair gets very damaged. And then I kind of like work it into my hair all the way up to my scalp. I really work it in and kind of massage it in my hair for about 5 minutes. Then I'll rinse it out. And I'm telling you guys, it makes such a big difference. And the smell, oh my goodness, you guys. If you like good smelling hair products, same is true with the Bond Smoother. I do love this stuff too, but if I had to recommend one as far as like this really does make a difference in how healthy my hair is, this stuff really is amazing. Let's talk now about some hair dye, shall we? I wanted to mention the Kenra hair color. I don't have the time or the money to get my hair professionally done every couple of weeks, despite the fact that I need to touch up my hair every couple of weeks. I've got a lot of gray, you guys. I'm almost 40, but there are areas of my hair that I have to touch up almost every time I wash it, like every week or two. I have a sister that does hair professionally. She does my hair on occasion when I have time and she has time. And for years I was using the cheap stuff from Sally's and she was like, Mandy, don't do it. You gotta use the good stuff. It is super important. You're gonna ruin your hair, damage your hair. Finally I said, all right, then hook me up. And so she did this last summer. I made a trip with her to her beauty supply store. She got me a couple of different ones. So when she does my hair for the darker color that you guys see, the non-blonde, she'll mix 2 colors together. So I have the shades 6A and 7A. They are pretty dark. I mean, I just colored the roots of my hair and you see this dark color right here. That's the mix of these 2 colors together. I believe 7A, correct me if I'm wrong, is lighter than 6A. I think the smaller the number, the darker it is. And I mix it in with a 20 volume developer, also from Kenra. You guys, this stuff is so much better than the stuff from Sally's. It is more expensive. If you can find this online and you don't have a sister who can hook you up and get it for a discounted price, you'll probably pay around $20 or $30 for each tube of these. They do last me quite a while though, because I mostly just use these for touching up and I don't need very much product when I do that. But the Kenra holds up so much better through washings versus the cheap stuff from Sally's. This stuff, after about 1 or 2 washings, it literally looks like I never touched it up in the first place. So the next time I go in, I have to use even more product and go even further, and then I end up with this like super dark roots. I can't kind of maintain the blonde quite as easily, and I also hate to put blonde in my hair too often because the blonde is what kills your hair. That's what's going to damage your hair the most. So this has been a lifesaver for me this year. It stays on my gray better, it covers better, the color's a little bit better. Definitely worth the higher price, and as I am told by my sister who knows her stuff when it comes to hair, it's also better for your hair. I have one more random hair product to share for you guys. This one is affordable if you can get your hands on it. I've had a really hard time finding this. So this is, I don't even know the brand of this. Seriously, I don't even see a brand on this anywhere. Maybe Charcoal is the brand. This is what it is though. It's a hair mask. It's called the Charcoal with Citrus Oil Detoxifying Hair Treatment Mask. This stuff is miraculous for my hair, you guys. It is a hair mask, obviously, so it's a conditioner, but I love using this on my hair. Really, anytime I condition my hair, which is every 2 or 3 days, it does such a good job. It's a really lightweight conditioner, but it detangles really well. It's not very heavy, yet it still gives my hair tons of moisture. My hair feels so soft, so smooth. It tames my frizz a lot better when I use this over other conditioners. I think it is amazing. I notice a huge difference when I'm using something else and I come back to using this. It is the best conditioner. I did recently see this floating around at Sally Beauty Supply again. The last time I checked, they said they weren't carrying it anymore, but then I saw it come back. And I looked online the other day and I found it somewhere. So I'm going to link that place for you guys down below. Buy at your own risk. I don't know anything about this company that sells this, but if you can get your hands on this, I highly recommend it. It does amazing things for my hair. And I'm going to be on the hunt because this is my last one and I'm just about out. Alright guys, we are just about done. I do have one more, I guess you could call this a skincare item, but I'm mentioning this specifically not for my face, but for my hands. It is a lotion or a cream, I guess you could say, from Welleda. This is the Welleda Skin Food. I bought this originally because Katie Jane Hughes talked about it, and she actually used it on her face, which I tried doing. This is very, very greasy, you guys. This is a thick, rich cream that is not for the faint of heart. If you are one of those people that doesn't like a cream or moisturizer that feels kind of greasy, you're not gonna like this because it is super rich and creamy. But you guys, this has been saving my hands this winter. So at the beginning of the winter, I started getting peeling on the tips of my fingers. I mean, you would think I was like playing the guitar or something. They were so crusty and dry. I started using this every single day, and literally within 3 or 4 days, all of that crustiness and dryness around the tips of my finger and kind of around my cuticles was completely cured. This stuff is the ultimate rich hand cream. I am telling you guys, if you have very dry skin, this will work wonders for you. My son actually gets really chapped around his nose. I had him use this once, and he's been asking me a couple of times recently, like, where's that green stuff you put on my face that actually made all the flakes disappear? It was this, and it does a great job. Alright guys, we are down to the very last thing. I have some nail products to share with you guys. And as a whole, I am going to be recommending the Olive & June nail polishes and their top coat. Now, I want to mention this. They do send me all of their nail polishes. I did not pay for any of these. I feel so fortunate that they send me these, but you guys, I absolutely would spend my own money on these nail polishes. They are that good. They wear really well on me, especially with the combination of their top coat, which I am a die-hard fan of. I love this stuff so much. It is a really thick top coat, but it makes my nail polish last so much longer, and it gives them kind of that gel-like finish. I actually don't have the top coat on my nails yet today. I just painted them this morning and haven't had a chance to top coat them yet, but you guys, this stuff is incredible. I love their polishes so much. I haven't even tried out Lights Lacquer yet because I've just been so impressed with these. I haven't felt the need to jump over and try out Kathleen's nail polish line, which is crazy because I was actually a huge fan of Kale polish, but these have become my new love this last year. They're somewhat pricey, but I actually don't think they're that bad. They're cheaper than Kale polishes. They're $8 per bottle. Their colors are all so good. Probably my favorites though. I'm going to mention my favorites for you guys. There's a lot of them, so be warned. Starting off with their winter collection, these three right here I absolutely love. You have this kind of dark teal green. This is the color Besties. Oh, prettiest green. This color right here is kind of like a navy purple, I would say. It's the shade OMG. This is so pretty on the nails. I also love this one right here. Nailfie Time. It looks like a pink, but on your nails, it's a pink toned red. Like, it's a beautiful warm ruby kind of red. It's so pretty. I love red nails, but sometimes Fire Engine red nails, I just don't think they look very good on my nails. I don't know why that is, and I actually think that's kind of odd because normally on my lips I prefer more orangey reds, but on my nails I like a more pink toned red. I think it's a little bit more flattering on me. These three shades right here are three of my favorites from their fall line. This green, another amazing green. This is the shade WKF. Oh, so pretty. I also love this shade right here. This is a really unique shade. It's the shade JJ. It's kind of a brown toned berry. Then this shade right here is the shade HGC. This is a really beautiful one. If you like kind of white toned nude, you'll absolutely love this one. It actually looks a little bit like what I'm wearing today, but this one is different. This is one that they just sent me, and that is the shade Stellar right here. This is a new release from them. It's kind of a pearly white that also has some sparkle in it. So this one's just like a classic pearl finish, whereas this one is a pearl with a sparkle throughout. I also love the one that came with it, the shade Spacey. I had this on my nails, I think in my year-end favorites videos. Such a beautiful kind of steely black that has a sparkle throughout. Oh, so pretty. It actually reminds me a little bit of Cassiopeia from KL Polish, but a little bit more black toned, whereas Cassiopeia is more of like a brown base. I know that's a lot of recommendations, but I absolutely love this brand. Can't recommend them enough. If you like nail polishes, I'm telling you guys, you will love Olive & June so much. And that, you guys, is it for my top essential non-makeup favorites from the year 2020. These are all the products that I would repurchase, that I could not live without, that I will continue to use throughout the year 2021. I hope this video was interesting for you guys, or helpful at least. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I would love to know any of your thoughts. Are there any products that I mentioned that you have some thoughts on yourself? Or maybe you have some non-makeup beauty essentials that you love that you would like me to try. Leave those suggestions down below. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, I want to invite you to do that before you leave. I would love to have you guys on board. I have a lot of fun videos coming up during this full month of Nothing New. We're going to be doing kind of a blush all-star video. I have some declutters planned, a lot of other good stuff, so I hope that you guys will join me. But that is it for today. Thank you guys again. I hope that you guys have a good one, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. It's just a benzoyl peroxide. Why am I saying peroxide? That's why it sounded wrong. Or hormonal. I can't say hormonal. That's so hard. Or hormonal. Or. It's or. That's why. And hormonal.